Let's talk about Fossil, and we got big news in Pokemon TCG Live. I did not expect this, and this is huge. I am still recovering from the sinus infection. My throat is very unhappy, so I'm trying to keep the excitement level of my voice down. But on the inside, I am excited. Trust me on this. So, and you're going to be too. So, we have Journey Together's coming out very soon. So we got the typical announcements for that. The Journey Together's coming to Pokemon TCG Live, and then we got the information for the patch notes. Right, the game's going to be down the Tuesday before March 25th. For like 8 hours. They still got to keep there with that. That they're going to put in Journey Together and a couple fixes to the game. Nothing huge there, but that's good there. But then we got a third letter in the forums, and I will post the link to this in the description so you can read it for yourself. So I'm going to read through this and give some comments because it is huge, huge news. So what it says, we're getting a third game format, a new game format besides standard and the expanded, it's truncated expanded that we have thus far. So here's what it says. Hello, Pokemon TCG Live community. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right to this and jump right in, starting with the new game mode coming to Pokemon TCG Live, Trainer Trials. So a new game mode called Trainer Trial. So this is going to be a format in casual, so you're not going to be able to do ranked with it. You're not going to be able to climb the rank ladder, which I also assume you're not going to be able to do friends challenges because they haven't done that. But I'm not sure because things are this is very interesting here. So Trainer Trials are test your deck building prowess, as they say, within a limited time frame, while also allowing some cards that may not normally see much play in Standard a chance to shine. The formats range from setting the maximum number of copies of a single card in a deck can play, all the way to supporting Gym Leader Challenge. That's right, Gym Leader Challenge, which is huge. I haven't played it much, I gotta say, so I'm gonna be, facing a steep learning curve when that one comes up. So, but looking forward to it for sure. With Pokemon TCG's live card pool. Now, what is the card pool? Is it going to be full expanded? I think it is, but we'll talk about that. Have some fun ideas, right, for future trials. Let us know in the official Pokemon forum. So if you have other trials, let them know. So that we have 5 different game modes, and they're generally going to be for 2 weeks. They give us a schedule here for Journey Together. So we have 2 weeks of what they call Singleton Showdown, 2 weeks of Twin Battle, 2 weeks of Gym Leader Challenge, 2 weeks of Silver Series, and 1 week of CU Cup Expanded. And then we will have the next set will come out, and I guess we'll get an announcement for what the next trainer trials are. So here, let me just go over them. This is huge news. All right, so first 2 weeks, which happens as soon as we get the new set. We have Singleton Showdown, which is standard format card pools, and then you can only have 1 copy of each card except for basic energy. So it's Singleton format. That's good. Forces you to, again, you have to come up with some ideas there. We can have rule box cards and such, but only 1 copy of each card. So, which is part of GLC, but not all of it. Okay. Then we have Twin Battle, which is going to be standard card pool again, and each card must appear exactly twice except basic energy. So I have, certainly have played Singleton format before. I have not played Twin Battle format before, so that'll be interesting, seeing what that is. And then we get 2 weeks after that, we get 2 weeks of the Gym Leader Challenge, right? So you're probably familiar with it. What it says here, card pool is only cards from Black and White series onward. So that is the traditional expander format, which right now we can't play Black and White cards. We can't play XY cards. So I'm assuming, based on this, we're going to have full expanded format in live, right? Because if they're putting Black and White cards for Gym Leader Challenge, I assume they're going to make that for expanded mode as well. We will see. Now, this is 4 weeks in. This is the 3rd of the trainer trials, so it gives them a month to kind of, maybe Black and White cards aren't going to become live immediately because they have 4 weeks before the GLC trainer trial comes up. So within GLC, if you're not familiar with it, 1 copy of each card except basic energy, just so it is a Singleton format, but then some additional limitation, right? It is expanded format, Black and White on for cards. No cards with a rule box allowed, no A-specs allowed, and then they list here Oranguru. They tell you which one, by the way. Oranguru, Chipchik, Ice Axe, Hiker, Kyogre, Pokemon Professor Research Lab, Ryoku, Raikou. Sorry, my brain is a little fuzzy right now. Marshadow and Duskull, particular ones. So you can look. I think that is the full GLC list, and it's Andrew Mahone's creation, really. And I know he's put together the list of banned cards. Assuming that matches his ban list, I'm not certain. If it's not his, let me know. Or either way, let me know. Does this ban list match the official GLC list? But anyway, that's super awesome there. Then we get 2 weeks of the Silver Series, only cards from the Scarlet and Violet series. That now standard formats also is Scarlet and Violet only. So I'm not sure why they call it Scarlet and Violet series when before they said card pool standard. So maybe they'll have other series like where you play Sword and Shield cards, or, Black and, Sun and Moon cards. I don't know. So that one's a little odd to me. So they say Scarlet and Violet series. And then trial rules for this are common, uncommon, rare cards only. No cards with a rule box are allowed. So like a pauper type format, I guess is what you'd say for Magic the Gathering. So, it's a little maybe. Anyway, it's limited. So no rule box. And does that mean? I guess you can play ace specs and such. So taking out the EXs, because right, I believe those are the only ones in the in the megas when they come out later on, right? In the Scarlet and Violet series. So that's there. We get 2 weeks of that. And then we have 1 week at the end of the CU Cup. It expanded. It says card pools expanded. It doesn't say if it's the current beta expanded, but because they mentioned Black and White under GLC, challenge under the GLC weeks, I'm assuming it's going to be full expanded, Black and White on to where we are now. And then the trial rules for the CU Cup are common and uncommon cards only. So that is a pauper format. So it's not regular expanded, which is actually even better because this is common and uncommon only. So no rare cards, no rule box cards. So super, super awesome there. So that's what we get. We get 9 weeks of this. We get we know in advance what the formats are. So really, really looking forward to this. So Live has needed another format. They've given us a mix of formats of these 5 formats, 4 of them for 2 weeks, 1 of them for 1 week. Obviously, when different sets come out, they're not always the same at a time. So it might not always be 5. Sometimes it may be more, maybe less. And I don't know if it's which ones they're going to be in the future, right? They're going to, I'm sure, go by feedback to an extent. They haven't been great about that, but they will pay attention to the community, I assume, based upon what people like. They will do more of that. Ones that people don't like, they'll do less of that. But also, like, when GLC format comes, like, in assuming it's Black and White on, if the Black and White XY cards are just super buggy, which unfortunately they might be in Live, maybe they'll hold off on that some in the future. But that's great, right? Great. Multiple formats. Right, and I think it's a smart move that they're not launching all of these formats. First off, they could have just implemented, say, GLC or something like that. But to have launched 5 new formats all at once, people would be split up too much about what formats people want to play, and you'd be trying to queue into games and just kind of sitting there for a long time, right? So this is good. I really am excited about that. A bunch of formats added did not see this coming at all. Super awesome. So just super fun, right? Just a really fun format. Makes me ponder a bit. And there's some other announcements too. I think these are the changes they've already mentioned. Things like emotes and automatic prizes. That's the stuff they already done. And talked about how they're going to reduce nerfing the crafting system again. So that's not great either. But this is super, super awesome. This is the best news to Live since it first launched. Obviously, the Battle Pass is the one good thing we got. Muting emotes was good, but this much of formats, this is so needed for the game. I've been honestly finding Live to be a little stale, so super, super awesome there. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know your initial thoughts about these different formats. Any particular you're looking forward to, and any other formats that you might want to suggest, let me know in those comments below. And honestly, also post them in the forums, because that's where Pokemon wants them. So if we get, if the community gets behind some new formats that are reasonably it can be implemented easily as well. I'm sure that's a factor too. But super, super awesome there. And I'm going to just briefly, as I wrap up this video, it puts me in a bit of a question about my content, because what I was going to do, and I guess it's still my plan, I was going to focus on new players, which is one of the things I do, and create a brand new account when Journey Together drops, and just focus on new players and building an account. I think I'll still do that, but the question is, I'm really excited about these alternate formats, so maybe I should focus on these alternate formats instead, and just make a couple of videos each week on these. So let me know in the comments below. Would you like me to focus on, if you care about what I make on the channel? If you don't care about what I make on the channel, that's fine too. I'm not going to hurt my feelings there. But would you like me to see content focused on these new formats? Would you like to see content on new players? I could certainly do both to some extent, but one thing I've learned with these free-to-play games is to get resources, you're putting in time instead of money, and that's fine. That's great. I'm good with that. But I can't do multiple accounts just because I don't have the time to grind multiple accounts to get enough resources to be meaningful. So I think I'm either going to have to focus on these new formats or the new player experience. Because if I if I start a new account, I'm going to be very limited in cards, and I'm like, not by the time, I gotta be very. Can't put together like a good singleton deck or a GLC deck. I'm not sure I have the resource to put those decks together. So I got to think about this a little bit. Let me know in the comments below what you think about what I should do here, as well as just your thoughts about this with these trainer trials coming. I assume you're going to be excited as well, and obviously hopefully it's implemented well, because Live has struggled with things, but super, super, super awesome. Just this is, we've had a lot of down days with Live, and today is a really, really good day for Pokemon TCG Live. So hopefully it gets implemented well, and take care, have fun, and do play some Pokemon TCG.